Hey there, I'm Leo from Firecrawl, and today we'll be looking at the agent node for n8n. To access it, just go on the right panel, click on the plus sign, type in Firecrawl, select Firecrawl, and now you might notice that it's all differentiated through resources. So now we have account actions separated from the new agent actions, which is also separated from crawling, extract, map, and furthermore. To explore the new agent, all you have to do is select one of these options. The first one actually awaits for the completion. Therefore, you'll have to set a max time that it should wait. Or if you want, you can just go with the async node, which will just send the request over to Firecrawl. And then whenever you want to fetch for that result, just use the get agent status node. For this video, we'll use the sync one, which awaits for the completion. This is likely the one that most people should use, as it is a single node that handles everything for you. So let's start by using this example. Find the founders of Firecrawl and their roles. And the magic of agent is that you don't really have to specify a URL it should be fetching in, nor do you have to specify a schema. It comes up with that schema, it searches for different URLs and brings the data all structured for you just with a single prompt. Before hitting execute step, let's go over the credentials. So to add a new credential, just click create new credential. In here, all you have to add is your API key from Firecrawl. You can find that here in the dashboard. API keys, let me place in something like n8n. Create key. As soon as that is created, you can just copy that API key, head back, place it in here, hit save. And as soon as you see the green message, it should mean all is fine. Now, you can just go on and click execute step and wait for agent to do its magic. Okay, node executed successfully. This is the data brought back structured into an array of founders. So Caleb as CEO and Eric, Nicholas, all structured beautifully, as well as the founded year of the company, followed by the Y Combinator badge. Now, the reason why this is so powerful is that you can basically enrich data. And if you've been around n8n for long enough, you know that enriching data is a real task. Before, our users would constantly build their own agents, and these agents would have access to different tools like mapping, crawling, searching, and scraping. Now you can have access to a single node that does everything that you'd have to configure manually before. This is an enrichment workflow that works in the following way. If I have a spreadsheet that lists companies on the left and has many columns that needs to be filled in, you can just run this workflow and have the agent search everything and fill everything in for us. People are already using this for product research, lead generation, data research, and much, much more. By the way, this workflow will be in the description of the video. Basically, whenever you add a new company here, it should trigger the workflow to start, identify and filter everything that it already has, all the data that it has fetched before, fetch the new data, and finally split it out for the many different rows of our spreadsheet. And by the way, in some cases, it could take a while since, there we go. Since it's really doing a research, it's going through the internet, finding available URLs, sending it back to the agent. The agent then decides if that information was valuable and then proceeds to the next company and so on. Always remember that because this is an agent, it can actually read and understand the data that it's given. So I can have columns like this, potential B2C lead. It understands based on the context it received if this company is a potential B2C. And this is very valuable for lead generation and so much more. Now, the last update that I'm really excited about as well is being able to add any of the Firecrawl nodes inside of an AI agent node from n8n. So as soon as you have this AI agent node, you can just click on tool, type in Firecrawl tool, and you'll have access to basically all of the different Firecrawl features. You can even add the agent as a tool for your own main agent. But for this example, let's use the map and search, and then select search the web and scrape results. As soon as we do, let's click on these options that allow the AI to identify these different inputs and dynamically adjust them according to whatever task it needs to accomplish. I believe just filling out the query should be fine. Let's save this. Let's now import an OpenAI node for the chat model, GPT 4.1 mini, it should be fine. And let's add a different trigger, which will be the on chat message. Let's connect that there, save it. Now let's say something like use the Firecrawl tool to search for recent AI news. As soon as it's submitted, the AI agent already used the Firecrawl tool, searched everything, and got back exactly this. So if you go inside of the output from n8n, this is exactly what the tool answered back. And additionally, if we'd like to scrape this URL and bring back all the markdown data, we could just add a scrape tool along with the search tool for the AI agent. For more complex tasks that go beyond just searching, scraping, basic things that might not be that predictable, just go with the new agent node. That is it for today. If you'd like to use this workflow, just check the link for it down in the description of the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then.